You know, there's a majority of people that put religion, that's their front, is their religious beliefs and shit. But meanwhile, in their personal lives, they're pieces of shit. They're pieces of fucking shit. Those are the ones that fucking torment me. Those are the ones that eventually I say, hey, stop with the ukulele. My cousin Al Coelho, I loved Al. Al was family. Since I was a little boy, I knew the mother, the grandmother.
It always is kind of scary when you look at
Al went to church with the tambourine, the pastor, Lord have mercy, prayers before dinner. Meanwhile, he's snorting coke, eating pills, and getting his dick sucked at the dealership. Oh my God. Why are you doing this to me? Right. Why are you embarrassing me with this religious shit? Me, I tell you what my beliefs are, and I tell you what I've done. I was a thief. The dudes who got killed next to Jesus were fucking thieves. I'm not blaming none of that shit. I'm a thief piece of shit. But in my whole heart, the whole time, I would think about religion. I wouldn't think about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like at night when I was going to sleep, I would think of all the things I've done, and then I would think of religion, and I get really fucking sad. Today, I baptized my daughter. I fucking go to church on my own very loosely. I do not talk about it. I don't push it on my wife. There's a 7:30 mass. I tell her I got to take a ride. That's how special fucking I do it. I go, I sit in the back, I get emotional. It brings me back to my childhood. I get in my car, I go home, and nobody knows I did it. Do you understand
I
me?
considered going this week, but I felt like a hypocrite.
To Temple.
Yeah.
You have to go. Lee, go and get your roots. These are your roots. This is who the fuck you are. I'm not
But then I'm the person that I
go.
hated when I was 8.
Who gives a fuck? Now go remind yourself why you hated yourself. On the way out, call me and go, Joey, let's eat a star and fuck these Jews in the ass. Right or wrong, but then why not walk in and see where you came from? Why not walk in? Maybe it'll give you an idea. Maybe it'll make you go over there and do a podcast.
That's probably where I was most bored, if I think about it.
Sure.
Because I don't speak Hebrew. So those hours
of sitting there.
Just doing nothing, just wishing for it to be over. Just praying. That's all I would pray for, is for it to be over.
You know what I would do when I'd sit in church as a child? I remember, because I went to Catholic school, so you had religious studies. So while I was in church, I would daydream about the lesson they taught us. And I would think about what Jesus, whatever the fuck story they had that day about Moses or the Corinthians, whatever the fuck. I would think about that, I don't know. Religion's weird with me. I don't like people who push it on me. I don't like none of that stuff. You're a religious person. Keep it to yourself. Keep your belief to yourself. And don't talk about it. Let me see you live it.
It's weird when people have that in their Twitter profile. They're like, God first or whatever.
Okay,
I'm like, okay.
Good. Let me say it. But
this is going to be weird.
And there's a picture of you on a boat with your tits out on a ship with some fucking fake producer or some shit. That's the shit that bothers me, man. Everything else, I don't care what people do. Listen, in Boulder, I had a friend who was a Hare Krishna. He lived down the block from me. He stunk. But the dude was solid as fucking molasses, man. He talked to you from the heart. And you know what was special about him? He never said nothing to you about being a Hare Krishna. He never said nothing to you.
Did he wear the robes around
He
you?
had the hairdo, the fucking thing. He stunk, the shoes. But he was solid. What are you going to do, man? People have their own choices in life. As long as they don't invite me and push it on me after the third time, especially if I'm high and I'm having a bad day, because you're always at 3 o'clock in the daytime, your mind's always on fire. You're thinking about the end of your day, what's going to happen tomorrow, you're scheduling, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden I bump into there was a Jehovah's Witness that was coming to North Hollywood. I had this guy strung out for maybe 4 or 5 months.
I think I was there when he came a couple of times.
I told you, I had him on a string. I talked to him for 2 minutes and the phone would ring. Hold on, let me call you back. Listen, I got to catch you next week. And I leave. I had him on a string because he spoke to me correctly. It's when he showed up with a partner that it pissed me off. 2 times he showed up solo. And I spoke to him about whatever. We just kept it on a fucking very natural basis. Films, his religion, how long he had done it for, why he did it, that he was a Catholic or whatever the fuck he was, and then something always happened. But once he showed up with the partner to shake me down, that's when the relationship ended. Once they show up with 2 or 3...
Cross the line.
Yeah, they crossed the fucking line. You want to show up fucking solo and talk to me about fucking Jehovah?
What is this, an ambush?